And Derek Fields at NC State at 165. Again, 2 AQs here. So Heller, who came in as the 2 seed, fell to Brady 9-3. He came back. It wasn't easy, but he beat Estrada. So this is the 1-2 right here. Because of that, I feel like the picture's getting clearer as far as where some of those at-large bids might come, and I feel like we might be watching one right here.
Yeah, exactly. Fields and Heller, 2 guys who had phenomenal seasons, but Hamilton, who just looked really, really good in that first-round match against Estrada, and then ends up upsetting Fields. So it puts Brady, who was the 3 seed, who ends up beating Heller, and Hamilton, who upset Fields, or that's the championship match. And then you get a championship quality match for 3rd place. And you're right, these are 2 guys who probably are deserving of at-large bids.
The drama is not over. Just because we're getting a little bit closer to the setup for tonight's 10 championship individual matchups. They'll also crown a team champion and then give out the most valuable wrestler. I feel like this one, there's a lot on the line here. Fields and Heller.
I think there definitely is for both these guys, especially both of them want to avenge a loss that they probably feel they shouldn't have had. 2 guys who expected, based on the way their coaches coach them and they run these programs, expected to be in the finals.
Well, what's fascinating is I did NC State at Duke, and Coach Pops talking about the fact that they, again, the only weight class they didn't make last year, they sent 9, was 165, and they had what he described as an all-out battle. And so now Fields coming in as the #1 seed. If he wins, does that complete the mission for Coach Pops?
Could be. Coming into this season, Coach Pops said the one weight class he actually didn't feel was fully set yet was 157. That was with Ed Scott, who ended up winning that battle, who's obviously as good as he is as a scramble coming between Fields and Heller. Augustine gets a tech over Consul in that 5th place match, and I imagine that might be enough to catch the eyes.
We got a little scramble here. It's crazy.
Great scramble between these 2.
Fields beat Heller 7-1 back on January 26th.
Next up, wrestling for 5th at 184 and getting a 9-point pairing match. Ethan Anderson of Virginia and Connor Becker of Duke. Again, wrestling at 184 pounds on mat 1. Scoreless through 3 minutes of wrestling over on mat 2 at 3rd place at 165.
So Heller's going to be down to start this 2nd period. Fields, like you just said, had a decision win earlier this year on Heller, but that's not when you want to be wrestling your best. You want to wrestle your best right now here in March. Almost getting the takedown, or at least keeping Heller down. Goes out. Weatherspoon and Becker now in the 5th place mat on mat 1.
No fault penalty, grabbing. No rushing. No rushing.
Fields, the redshirt sophomore for the Wolfpack, placed 3rd in the U20 World Team Trials back in 2022 at 74 kilograms, and also 8th in the U.S. Open 74 kilogram U20 Freestyle Championship.
Stall warning there for Fields. Fields lets Heller go for a 1 point difference here in the second period. This is only Fields' second match of the day. He had the bye to the semis, loses to Hamilton, and then has a bye to the third place match.
Before it gets too late, I do want to thank Lauren George and Evan Badler from the UNC sports production crew, who played a big role in getting all of this organized. Pretty sure Evan will also feature tonight as part of the championships on ACC Network. Alex Wheat will produce with Evan Badler directing. Our main man, Paul Beam, will slide over into the AD spot for tonight's 7 p.m. ACC championships.
Fields just hasn't been much of the aggressor today. Another match right now going into the third. Just a 1 point difference, only that escape being the difference here, and then 37 seconds of riding time for Fields. No one's really generating movement for a takedown.
Just a 1-0 lead. I think
for Heller.
Brandon Neff again, who is the associate commissioner, handles wrestling championships, and also Kevin Davis, who is the new ACC, for lack of a better word, SID for wrestling. Steve Phillips still helps out, but he used to be the main man here. Kevin's been great, though, getting us all the information we asked for. And speaking of that, I want to thank all the team SIDs for the work they do.
All the match notes we had to go through.
Yeah.
SIDs often don't get the appreciation they deserve.
Amen.
Now tied up Fields. The third period, make something happen. Good change of levels. Heller uses it to his advantage.
Here we go. Just getting away. It's still 1-1. And as I said, 1-1, there was 1:11 remaining in the third. It'd only be fitting if we saw another overtime match here as part of our Match 2 coverage.
Here's Heller. Heller could make this a potentially disastrous day for Fields, who comes in as the 1 seed. If he loses this one, he's 0-2, but now Fields is in a really good spot. Do you hear those NC State fans?
$19 seconds remaining. Coach Pops.
Stall comes in. Have to reset.
Stalemate. Meanwhile, Ethan Weatherspoon from Virginia with a 6-1 lead over Connor Becker in the 5th place match over on mat 1. That one at 184.
And we go to overtime. Again.
I waited for you to say it this time, Nick.
Mat 2. The mat of extra time.
So well said.
So sudden victory here for this first period. Then it goes to the 32nd. periods in double overtime. One wrestler will be on bottom, and then the
There's
other
a shot.
Fields.
And Fields gets it.
Ends it quick, just hops right out the gate, gets the takedown. The NC State faithful loves to see it. You haven't had to see them cheer very much because most of their wrestlers are in the finals, but a very nice takedown going for that double leg. Gets the win for Fields.
That could be an at-large, I would think, as the #1 seed. Wouldn't you guess?
I think so. Both those guys good enough to wrestle at NCAAs.
There you go. That could also happen as well.